the M5 MacBook Air is probably Apple's best packaged computer. It's amazing value. It has an incredible display, it has an incredible keyboard, trackpad, overall build quality. The M5 chip, which is super powerful, it has amazing battery life, it has incredible I/O with 2 USB-C ports, super fast, and the MagSafe port. But the big question is, should you buy it? Because currently Apple increased the prices for around $200 per model, and this made the M5 MacBook Air more expensive. So, should you get one? Is it a good buy? And before you write in the comments, I know that Apple launched the M6 Mac Mini, but here's the thing. The newest generation of the MacBook Air uses the M5 chip. And now, in the back to school season, your option is to buy the M5 MacBook Air. That's it. And that's why I only focused on the M5 chip, and I didn't mention the M6 anywhere in the video. And I won't, because that's only available on the M6 Mac Mini, and I think, at least 3 months, we won't be seeing it on the MacBook Air. So, I don't think it's worth to talk about. This is my long-term review of the M5 MacBook Air. Let's talk about it. Hey. If you work with Cloud Code, agentic workflows, OpenAI codecs, Google Gemini, any type of AI, the M5 MacBook Air is the computer for you. Buy it. Don't need to watch the rest of the video. This is the machine that you need to buy. It's the perfect AI laptop. Trust me, guys. Watch this video right there to find out how. But the M5 MacBook Air, definitely worth the money. This is a beast, and it's the best AI laptop you can buy. Trust me. Now you can watch the rest of the video. After several months of using the M5 MacBook Air, I truly believe this is one of the best computers you can get. It has an incredible 13-inch LCD display coupled with an incredible aluminum body. This alone is the best part for most people, because build quality is something rare in the Windows world, and people switching to macOS, they love holding aluminum machines. This is simply the reason most people buy MacBooks, because they feel good in the hand. But once you turn on the computer, you will find macOS. And macOS 26, now macOS 27, this is one of the best systems you can use for a computer. It's super intuitive, it binds with your iPhone, it has access to all of Apple's ecosystem, iMessage, FaceTime, Apple Notes, Photos app, and it has access to all of your iPhone's things. You can make calls, you can answer emails, you can answer messages there, you can answer calls there. You can copy on your iPhone, paste on your computer, all of these using handoff. It's what makes the Apple ecosystem great. And people using the Mac, people using the iPhone, people using the Apple Watch, they find themselves stuck for a good reason. This is the biggest pull for Macs. And coupled with that, you also have competitive prices. Now the MacBook Air starts at $1,300, the base model, but it has 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. So it's not that bad. Even though if you choose the 15-inch version, which is bigger, it is bulkier, but it costs you $1,500. I think it's $1,500. So it's quite of an expensive upgrade. Before, the same machine costed $999. Now, a few months later, costs $1,300. Apple increased the prices because of the overall supply chain. But if you bought it at $1,000, it was a steal. It was a complete amazing deal. Now if you buy it at $1,300, I think it's a bit more expensive, but it's still worth it. If you value the best computer in the market, if you value the M5 chip, if you value the ability to use 3D render apps like Blender, if you value the ability of playing games, then I do believe that buying the M5 MacBook Air is worth it over the MacBook Neo. Even though I made a video talking about the fact that most people should buy the MacBook Neo and not the M5 MacBook Air, the MacBook Neo has the A18 Pro chip. It's more than enough for most tasks, more everyday tasks. I can edit video with that, so if I can, you also can do your most everyday work tasks there. But it has a worse display, it has a worse build quality, it has a worse trackpad. But I don't think that most people coming from Windows will complain about that, because trust me guys, that's still much better than any Windows computer out there. But the M5 MacBook Air is an upgrade upwards, and I think that some people are willing to spend $400, $500 more to get the M5 MacBook Air. It does feel better, it does feel faster. If you hold both computers in the hand, you will feel like the M5 MacBook Air is a way better machine. But at the end of the day, one costs $700 and the other costs $1,300, so it's actually a big difference in price. But I do believe that most people doing serious work on their machines and they are making money with it, they can afford buying the M5 MacBook Air. I think that their experience will be better. 3D rendering if you do that. If you do local LLMs, AI on your machine, the M5 MacBook Air is much better because it has a lot more RAM. If you do intensive work, or even if you want to game on your machine, the M5 MacBook Air is prepared for that. While the A18 Pro MacBook Neo, it has the bare minimum for the everyday life without any hinge of trouble, but if you push it a bit forward, you will feel the difference. You will feel that you are limited in that. And obviously having a bigger battery, obviously having a better display, a tighter machine, which it does feel tighter in your hand, it is actually a big difference. Obviously the M5 MacBook Air is also thinner, and it has around the same weight as the MacBook Neo, while the MacBook Neo is a bit thicker and looks a bit more like a toy, because it's rounder. It's a new design scheme from Apple, which I do like, but the MacBook Air, I think, overall is better quality. Also, the bezels on the display on the MacBook Air are thinner than the MacBook Neo. The overall build quality of the MacBook Air is better than the MacBook Neo. Obviously, if you take a look at the MacBook Pro lineup, it's another step up. Apple segmented that MacBook lineup really, really well. You have the MacBook Neo, it's an entry-level machine for the macOS ecosystem, and it works great, attracting people for it, students and kids. And I think you have the work tier of MacBooks, which is the MacBook Air. You can take it everywhere and work on coffee shops, work on your enterprise, work at home, and it's an awesome machine. You can connect external displays, and it works great. And then, if you are a prosumer, if you like to edit videos, edit sounds, edit movies, edit photos, all of that, and you require a more powerful GPU, you move for the MacBook Pro lineup. I think that Apple segmented really, really well their MacBook lineup. Right now, for most people, I think that buying the MacBook Neo is the option, simply because of the price. $700, it's an amazing, amazing choice for the starting MacBook. If you decide that you need a bit more, move up for the base model MacBook Air. That is an amazing, amazing machine. And for the last several months, I have no issues with it. If it still costed $1,000, it was a no-brainer for me to recommend. Now, at $1,300, it's a bit more difficult. But I think that overall, from my experience, the battery life is amazing. It's one of the best features from a MacBook. It will last you easily 24 hours on a battery, which is insane. Almost like a full week of work. Then, if you move for the display, it's the best display you will ever have in your home, besides probably your OLED TV. Then, if you decide to use your speakers, they are much, much better than the MacBook Neo speakers, and they are much, much better from Windows laptop speakers. They are only worse than the MacBook Pro speakers, which is insane. Actually insane. Then, the charging speeds, they are super fast. You have the MagSafe, which is super fast. It's color graded for your machine. If you choose blue, it is blue. If you choose silver, it's silver. If you choose gold, it's gold. And that's pretty cool. You also have amazing I/O. You have 2 USB-C ports, super fast USB-C ports, and obviously, at the end of the day, you have a super comfortable keyboard, the Magic Keyboard, and the best trackpad in the business, the haptic trackpad from Apple. So, the overall experience of using this computer, typing on this machine, scrolling, moving around your mouse, it's incredible. It's truly the best laptop in the world. And even though it has increased $500, I can't stop recommending it.